we up and comers or are we up and comers, dude?
Let's go with we are.
Dude, we're in. Look at this. This is not a green screen, people. We're in a fancy Airbnb. We all got our own bedroom.
Fancy's a strong word, but it's nice.
It's nice.
This
for us.
room is nice, and the stuff we recorded in that room. That room is made for fucking pod combos.
Check out the Patreon. You'll get to see that room a little bit. But yeah, it's got multiple settings. Like we're in. Let's just put it this way: we're not in a great area, but we're in a pretty cool house.
The house is the inside is nice. It's not too sterile for an Airbnb, and we are not all staying in separate bedrooms. You and your wife are going to share a room, correct?
We do have 3 bedrooms, so if she pisses me off, I'll kick her into the kids' room.
Okay.
It is only a queen. I'm used to a king, and we have the dog, so we'll see.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I brought my my personal travel fan. Got to have that.
The camping one.
Yeah.
So it's like that big.
It's this big, and then unstacks, and like a fucking transformer turns like a stand-up fan.
I might have to sleep in your room because I didn't bring a fan.
It's the. Do you sleep with a fan too?
Yeah.
Do you have a box fan, or your bedroom has the? You have a ceiling fan in there.
Yeah, but that doesn't really do it for me. I have it's like on a stand, like a big plastic molded stand, and then it's a circular top. You know what fan I'm talking about? It's a goofy fan. I don't even know how to describe it.
And can't you put water in there?
You can.
To make it like a cold mist?
Like a mist, but you wouldn't want to do that while you're sleeping.
No, yeah. Well, we've been rocking in our bedroom. The weather's changing. We've both been dried up. We got a really nice humidifier.
Yeah.
And we only put distilled water in there because if you just use normal water, that's when you get that weird like crystal buildup.
Yeah. Which is that crystal buildup is apparently what's good about drinking tap water.
Yeah, that's like the minerals, I think. Of it. But you spend a couple bucks on a nice humidifier. If it was a cheap one, I'd say fuck it. But we've also been buying bottled water because the whole Ohio chemical.
East Palestine. We're in Ohio, by the way.
Yes, yeah. So we're in Ohio. We're 15 minutes away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We're 45 minutes away, not even 40 minutes away from the Football Hall of Fame. We got our snacks, our treats.
Are we technically in Cleveland?
Yes.
Sucks to be a Clevelander.
It's a tough area around here.
That, when I went to get milk and cigs, bro, everything was enclosed in bulletproof glass except for 2 little squares to talk through, and it was 70% alcohol.
It felt like you were we were in North.
They had no there was no prepackaged food except like chips and shit, but like no sandwiches.
Yeah.
There was 2 gallons of milk.
They make their bread and butter off of blunt wraps, Newports, lotteries,
big time. Like 6 people in there were all getting lottery tickets and Powerball tickets. And
Did you feel comfortable buying the gallon of milk there? It looks like it's unbranded.
It was I was confident in the milk, but I definitely didn't fit in there.
And you can tell they don't take. I didn't even go in, but I can tell they didn't take care of the refrigerators because that milk on the outside has like yellow stains from other products and the stuff touching. There were no
other products. There was seriously like a dozen eggs and like a thing of butter, not like stopped. Like it was empty.
Did they have like sodas and stuff in there?
Yeah, but it was literally mostly alcohol.
Well, in Ohio, we're from PA, so we're not used to that. But a lot of the convenience stores, they make like all their money is selling like fucking Lucy ice, pounders and stuff.
It wasn't.
No, when we pulled in there, I was like, this place is tough.
Yeah.
Like only like 2 of the gas pumps work, and I noticed on the one gas pump that we were parked next to, which I'm sure all of them, it said we charge 5 cents per gallon if you use a credit card.
Like a paper sign?
Yeah, taped to it.
I wonder what that's all about.
Probably because they're like, we want people paying cash. And also because we own a business, like, unless it gets to a certain point, I don't know that, but
you actually are paying to charge
when people run credit cards,
it costs you something.
Yeah, it's like a couple cents per transaction. That's why a lot of times you go to like a place and be like, it has to be $5 or more to use a credit card, but it's per transaction. It's not per gallon of gas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're trying to get every penny.
Yes, they're trying to help. You're helping
Is that
me.
legal? I guess it
At
wasn't.
a place like that,
it wasn't a franchise.
I'm sure there's other questions
but
to be asked.
I will say this. I expected it to be run by like Indians or Asians. It was an African American establishment, and you don't see that a lot.
No.
And maybe we'll have to cut it. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but I was like, good.
Yes. No shit. That is
Community
good.
run store. You know what I mean? But yeah, the digs are nice. If you would have told me before we got here that the couch was yellow, I would have said this place is gonna suck. But it's a nice yellow couch.
It's comfortable. The last Airbnb, 2 Airbnbs ago that we stayed in, it was a very presentable looking couch, but you got stuck in it. Like that thing was worn in.
That's not a problem for me though. But anywho, it is.
You got nice blinds here, and one thing I like, it's an older building. I like that they kept the
molding and shit.
The molding, and they didn't just paint over all of the wood and stuff. I like the old wood.
And I like the dark paint.
Yeah.
I'm not used to that because growing up, we always had white everything walls.
They got some accent walls in here. I mean, look at this little nook here. This is fancy.
He's nice.
They got this little record player right here. That thing's pretty cool, man. It's like a briefcase. I don't have any records that play on it, but it looks cool.
Yeah.
And it's pet friendly. We got a decent grill out back with a fenced in yard for the dogs, a little fire pit.
It is a little shitty outside, but, you know, this is definitely the nicest house on the block.
That also kind of makes me think like, you know, because in the rules of all Airbnbs, they're all pretty boilerplate, and a lot of them are like, no noise after 10, no parties. I'm pretty sure we could do what we wanted here.
This one specifically said no noise after 10 and no parties.
Well, a lot of them do, but in this area, where first of all, our parties would having 5 other people come over and watch a movie together.
Yeah.
Also,
and grill
for the
out.
record, it's Airbnb.
What am I saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
You just jumbled it a little.
The Airbnbs. Doing Airbnbs.
You said I think you added an extra B in the Airbnb.
We're in the Arby's. You know, the RB buildings you can go and hang out in.
But
actually, did you notice there's a laundry chute here?
That little hatch?
That little hatch, I don't trust it. I'm sure there's some Spideys in there.
Well, I'm the only one who's braved the basement.
You did.
I went down
and what'd you find down there?
I found what looks like a closet, but it's actually just a room with a toilet sat diagonally. Very odd looking. Nothing else in the room, but it works. I used it.
Yeah, that's your pee toilet.
I pee a lot. So
could you poop on there? You said it was catty corner. Do you think
I
probably to be at a...
So there's room, yeah, and I could totally poop in there.
Could I poop in there?
Yeah, there's enough room, but it's just...
Scary.
It's like what you would imagine a toilet was like in Alcatraz.
Like if I'd be like, someone stand outside the door, please.
It's a little spooky.
I'm a little scared.
The dogs came down with me though, and they were fine. They didn't eat anything. Dead.
It's been pretty good too. Mac pooped outside. He usually comes in, poops in a new place right away.
Yeah.
Could have upgraded on the TVs a little bit.
TVs are a little skimp.
You know, there's no TVs in the bedroom, which is fine. But that TV in the living room,
it's not great.
It's could have put a couple.
It's like what, maybe a 45.
Especially over the nice mantle.
Yeah.
They could have gone a couple sizes bigger, and it would have looked a lot better.
Yeah.
TVs are getting pretty cheap out there now.
Yeah, yeah. And if we were here for like a longer trip, it would suck to all have to share the same TV the whole time. Like our other Airbnb when we went to Boston, there was like a TV in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And now there was like a... but this is good. This is good.
And also, too, not having like this giant TV, it's not like...
we're not here to watch TV anyway.
We have to use it, kind of. Yeah, it's making us so like we came here, we brought the podcasting equipment. We're like, let's make sure we make a bunch of content for the people. We're doing all sorts of things.
And we don't have producers yet, so we
had to do all the work.
Yeah. Yeah. Had a little soundboard issue, but we got it going.
Anyone out there that wants to work for free, I'll let you live in my bedroom 2 out of the 7 days of the week. No shower usage.
The only people you're going to get for that job are like transients who...
If they're good producers,
Okay, it's your house.
You got to take care of the plants in there. We have a lot of nice, really plants in that room.
Yeah, it's your house. I want to meet them.
Hey, I mean, I will keep an eye on you, and I have firearms, but just,
Right.
Don't touch my fridge. No shower. You can use the toilet twice a day. That's it. Make it count.
I would love to see if this really went down, how long that would last, because it would not.
The days that I don't work, and it would just be me like, what are you doing? I would be the dad everyone hated. I'd be like, well, now where are you going?
I mean, you've had friends stay with you for extended period of times, and that didn't.
That's extended periods of time. Like they were in the house more than I was. This guy's cutting the grass, and he's not allowed to. I'm gonna be like one of those parents. Like the day the sun's out, you're out.
Yeah, he's down there fixing that.
You can go outside and play all you want, but you're not going to be in the house when the sun's up.
He's fixing the handle on the toilet in the basement for sure. Yeah.
You can hang on. Actually, you know what? There's a toilet down there. And that's where our podcasting equipment is.
You can
stay
down there.
There's a futon down there. Shit, there's a TV down there. That's where you stay.
Yeah.
I'll get you a microwave. I have one at the thrift store.
Yeah, I think that's a fair deal. 2 days a week.
As long as you do all the editing and you're doing it well.
Well, Rachel would probably be like, he's not editing it right. So.
Oh, yeah. Rachel's going to be your biggest critique.
Yeah.
She might make me say it, but.
Actually, Rachel would have to make the call on this because she works from home. So like
we can lock that door from the inside.
Oh, okay. So big.
And he has access to the outside. So like you have to park your car out back, no taking any of my street parking. This just sounds like a pretty good fucking deal.
Yeah. I mean,
you got some, and
there's potential there. Who knows? We might.
You have to bring your own laptop and also be like really good at recording and stuff. Right. I will kick you out real fast.
Right. So yeah, we came into town here, and there's like.
Yeah, I guess let's start it from the beginning. We went grocery shopping. We're becoming pretty good adults. I've been trying to when we're setting up a trip, I had a little bit of too much mom in me.
Yeah, you're very regimented. You like to have everything.
Just in the fact you texted me.
And then you blame it on Rachel, which I thought was funny.
Well, first of all, there is a little legitimacy there.
Okay.
She does love planning, which is a great thing for a relationship. But I texted you 2 days ago, and I said, hey, come over, and we'll go grocery shopping. And you kind of said, I figured we go grocery shopping when we get there.
Yeah, the main reason for that is because I figured that way we don't have to pack a cooler or nothing. But it worked out. It's fine.
But yeah, and you said my excuse was a little lame, and you held on to the part that really didn't mean anything. I probably should have put in there, I don't want to have to get in and then go back out. Because I did know I was going to set up the podcast stuff. I wanted to. And also, after you pack, even if it's just luggage and the way we had to pack, we're going to be a little tired when we got in. I'm not going to feel like I didn't want to go grocery shopping right now.
Yeah.
Because once I get there, I want to feel like I'm on vacation.
Okay.
But I did text you and I said, you were like, I thought we'd just go grocery shopping once we got there. And I said, well, it's a little sketchy around there.
Uh-huh.
Not the easiest to navigate. And maybe I put in there like I just wanted to have everything ready. But you held on to, what are you, afraid to go in the grocery shops in Cleveland?
I mean, that's a line we've been using on each other forever. So I just said, what are you, afraid of it? And but, apparently that struck a little chord because I had totally forgotten I said that.
Well, now that you've seen it around here, not that I'm afraid of it, but if the three of us are going in the grocery store and we're trying to make decisions, I just know I didn't want to. There's going to be if we're in the grocery stores around here, there's going to be a family fighting behind us in the bread aisle when we're just trying to figure should we get bagels or cream cheese?
I guess the worst case scenario, yeah. But quite frankly, I don't know what it looks like outside of this neighborhood. So
and Rachel teamed up with you, which you guys often do, and she said, I don't remember it that way. And I was like, when we were here last time, we sprinted out of the grocery store.
Well, it's weird because we got off the highway and we were here. So I don't know really where we're at except for that fucking gas station we stopped at.
Well, and Rachel said, we're 10 minutes away from where we were. And I was like, do you think it's going to change that drastically? Last time we were here, the convenience store, the lady had a Mac 10 on her hip. I was like,
no, remember last time they said once you get past, I don't remember what it was, but like 50th Street, it's bad. Before 50th Street, it's perfectly fine.
Well, Rachel,
so I thought maybe we were on the other side.
Was I right?
For me, no. Because for me, you know, like every time we've gone on a trip, I always take the car and explore.
Well, that was your thing.
I like to...
I didn't say exactly what I wanted to say, and neither did you. Your thing, you wanted to go grocery shopping so we can come explore.
Yeah.
But I don't like exploring with you because you, like, just to go to, like, you sprint through everything. So, like, your exploring isn't like, let's explore. It's, I'm going to see this, and then let's go there.
That's lame, dude. That's bullshit.
Rachel, come on, back me. You always back him up.
I agree with that.
You're a little tough to go in the stores with.
He's always in a rush.
I have my things.
Or seems like he's in a rush.
Yeah, I might seem like I'm in a rush.
You're in a rush. Like, if you go somewhere, and then, like, let's say I'm like, oh, shit, what's that corner? If that doesn't intrigue you, you're like, fuck, next, let's go next. You're always like, hurry up, like, wait and hurry up in those situations.
Okay. Well, that's
so
why
to go exploring.
Well, who said I want to go exploring with you?
You probably don't want to.
I don't like to explore with you. How about that?
Okay, well, we took one car here, and it's my car, and you're not exploring it.
So, yeah.
But I was going to say, like, what? I don't know what there is to explore around here. I Googled streets.
Yeah, I think explore is the wrong term. I just like to get a little bit of the lay of the land.
And, yeah, I mean, maybe, but driving in here, looking around, the lay of the land, businesses that don't exist anymore, and broken down houses.
Yeah, it is a bit Detroitish.
And
but again, that's the immediate area, like, you know.
But now I've been in 2 sections. I know where we are considered to where the city is. There's no connecting piece between where we were and where we are here. Well, that is nice.
I mean, there has to be some suburbs around here that are nice, right?
Well, we're in the suburbs.
Yeah, but the entire suburb area is not like we are now.
Not. I hope not for Clevelanders.
There's farther out, yeah. Another ring away from the city, there's some nice houses.
You didn't grow up in Cleveland. How do
I
you
know,
yeah,
dude.
I'm telling you, remember last time? Past 50th, whatever street, 50th Street is not
That
great.
was the lady who ran a convenience store with a Mac 10 on her
Yeah,
head.
and she said
so
it's
what is
safe on
So
the
what's
other
nice
side.
to her? What is nice to her?
I'm telling you, there's nicer areas.
I'm sure there is.
Not
I'm not
out
hating
on the
Cleveland.
outer ring.
When I went to that gas station, there was a lady out front with a shoebox with little trinkets and toys glued on top of it with a Band-Aid on her lip, and she was asking me if I wanted to buy any of her things to help her pay her rent. Did you see that lady?
I did not, but thank you.
It was pretty hardcore.
Thank you for backing my opinion up about where we are. It's, you know what, though? It comes down to, I don't care to explore. My vacation is being in a nice place, having our 2 things lined up, ordering the local pizza, and barbecuing and having a fire.
Okay.
Also, I don't feel like walking around these streets, man.
Well, like, remember
never feel like walking.
When we were...
First of all, mean.
Remember in Boston when we went to the waterfront and explored there?
Yeah,
right?
I had a good time.
Well, I would say I wasn't rushing to that.
No, because you wanted to see the sun go down.
If you're saying that I am not good at pretending to like stuff I don't like, I would say definitely that.
But you
that.
said out of your own words of I like to explore places. What is exploring? What do you want to explore around here? Just drive around the city?
I like doing that.
Wasting gas and putting yourself at risk for car accidents?
Yeah. Actually, that's exactly what I like to do.
That sucks butts, dude. That is not fun.
I thought he was saying, like, check out the area, see what's around. If I go on vacation, I want to see what's in the area. I don't want to just stay in the hotel.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I
when we
don't
went to
either.
Deep Creek, and I was like, damn, are we going to leave the house once? And nobody wanted to leave the house.
We found out Pop-Up was dying and Mom got cancer that week.
At the end.
And we seen bears. We played yard games. We had a catch.
It's just
we had
difference
fires.
of opinion. I don't know what you're defending. It's just a difference of opinion.
I'm trying to make it comical, and you're getting... Remember we talked, I laugh a little bit more?
Okay.
You're going this way. I'm trying to get it to go this way.
You're not doing a good job.
See, conflict is supposed to be funny on these things, right?
Yeah, funny to other people.
Well, you're the one getting mad. I'm trying to laugh here.
Not mad.
Well, God's a little butthurt. God's a little butthurt.
I like to get in the car and see what's around.
Well, actually, me and Mom did, and you didn't want to get out. You didn't want to go that day. When we went and got firewood, me and Mom drove around for like 3 hours.
In Deep Creek?
Mm-hmm. That's when Mom was like, we paid for one bundle of firewood. She's like, grab a couple extra. They're not going to know it's us.
No shit.
Yeah, and then we drove around. I mean, there wasn't much because it's pretty spread out there. But like, we went to a place that just sold beef jerky and tobacco.
That's a hell of a getup. That's a hell of a...
That place was cool. Well, and trinkets. They had like shit on the wall that was like, I feel like the owner made.
Kind of like an antiques kind of?
Well, shit, he made it like beer cans, like a beer can helicopter looking thing that you hung from the wall.
Uh-huh.
All Budweiser and like 70 versions. That's when all that beef jerky came from.
I don't really remember eating beef jerky.
Well, it was expensive. We only got like we got like the sampler packs or whatever.
It's funny. The reason I'm assuming there has to be some pretty nice areas around here is because, like, it seems like such a weird place for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to be.
Well, downtown is cool. Like, the city is... people hate when I use the word hipster, which I'm not using this negatively, but, like, that taco place is fucking cool. Like, it feels like Pittsburgh there.
It's gentrified. That's the word.
Yeah, it's old buildings that they have made look new.
Right.
Rustic, cool, like, unique type of restaurants. And then, like, obviously, like, buildings and banks and stuff. But it's pretty small. And, like, just like we got here, we got off the highway and we were 2 minutes away from our house. So, like, there are probably nice neighborhoods, but they're probably 20 minutes away from the buildings downtown.
Also, keep in mind that the areas we're staying in have the cheapest Airbnbs.
Right.
So,
Rachel, you don't have to put our dirty laundry on the lawn.
Well, we just offered to let a guy live in your house.
For work,
Yeah.
you're going to be an intern.
I don't think people have.
You'll
the
get
wrong
experience
impression.
and credit.
I mean,
God.
there was
You guys
other
are always underselling.
there was other options
You guys don't know how to sell.
closer to the Rock and Roll Hall or the same from the Rock and Roll Hall that were double, triple the price.
I also don't want to stay in the city.
Why? All we do is stay in the house.
Yeah.
Go for a walk, Steven. We're walking distance of the water.
Come on, you walked into that one.
But no, I don't. I like having a little. I like. First of all, we have the dogs. Mm-hmm. That is like, if we were in the city, they would just be losing their mind the whole time.
Yeah.
And having the backyard, like I said, aren't you going to be excited for those hot dogs?
I'm not complaining about it.
If we were in the city, we couldn't have a grill and have those hot dogs.
For the record, I'm not complaining about anything. I like this, and actually, it's a pretty good podcast get up.
And they can have grills in the city, right?
A lot of time, what, on the balcony? No.
Yeah.
No. They're usually illegal. Most people do it illegally. Dude, I'm telling you, at our apartment that we both lived in together, you weren't allowed to have a grill on there. People did, but you're not allowed to. Okay. And also, are you going to stand on one of those old ass fire escapes that they don't have to keep updated on?
With you?
By yourself, dude. Those things are scary.
If you're talking about like the old ass buildings,
dude, you know they don't have to keep up on it's so loose of the regiment. Like, you just have to have one. Doesn't matter how long ago it was put in.
I didn't realize you knew this much about building code.
What
else don't I know about you?
It's just I watch a lot of New York comics. That's
okay.
But they talk about it, and
those fire escapes are seriously from like the 1920s.
Yeah, and like you would think there would be stronger laws on them. I mean, how can they enforce? Like, well, we have one. What are you going to pull on my nuts and bolts to see if it falls off my building?
Honestly, actually, I would think, that there's a building inspector organization that has a fucking whole
Hey, Bill, here's $500. See you next month.
I guess. Yeah.
But that's why I just know from living in an apartment and just around, like, you can't just you're not supposed to have grills on balconies and stuff. Like, when you have someone above you and stuff, think about it. A lot of those are made out of wood.
Okay.
I've had one catch on fire on me before, and I'm an experienced griller.
I would say that I have zero knowledge of balcony code.
Regardless, if we were in one of those things, we would just be boiling hot dogs. Let's be honest.
Nothing wrong with a boiled hot dog.
Nothing wrong with a boiled hot dog.
Boiled hot dogs are good.
And you know what? If I was boiling a hot dog just to be fun, I'd stick some spaghettis in there and make an octopus hot dog.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
You just, if you're
I
boiling hot dogs, you just stick the stiff spaghettis in there. And then just put that in there, and then you just have like kind of an octopusy looking hot dog.
Well, I got the image.
You do it for little kids, and then just cover it in ketchup, and it's fun.
Something else you learned from New York comics?
No, I don't know where I learned that from. Actually,
octopusy hot dog. Okay.
There's enough clips on the internet of
noodles and hot dogs don't really go together. But you put some cheese on those noodles?
I was going to say mac and cheese and hot dogs. There's not much of a better combo.
Also, the hot dogs cut up with baked beans.
Can't go wrong.
I don't care how trashy that sounds.
And you know what? Maybe this is going to be something that I don't like the super bacon flavored beans. I kind of like just the original beans.
I can't tell the difference, to be honest with you.
Well, they make the ones that are like just
like
beans.
a sweeter baked bean.
No, not even. It's just, I don't like fake bacon flavor that much.
I don't think I've ever had like a bacon flavored bean that I noticed.
Well, there's ones that have
hunks of bacon.
And yeah, I think they call it thick cut bacon, or maybe they might even call it pork butt. Nah, it would just be thick cut. But like, I'll obviously eat them.
Yeah. I was in the mood when I went grocery shopping, I bought a couple cans of baked beans.
But if we're doing that would be Dad's, if he had to cook that night, Mom's, whatever.
Cowboy beans.
But because he would also, kibasi in there a lot of times, right?
Kielbasa is fucking banging.
And I don't like it by itself, but in the beans it's banging.
You don't like just a kielbasa on a roll?
Too fatty for me. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Oh my God, I love kielbasa.
And that would be the thing. It would suck. You'd come home, you smell the crock pot, and I actually like not cabbage. What is it? Sauerkraut. And because she loved it, sauerkraut and kielbasa, I'd be like, God damn it! I would just smother it in horseradish
on a kielbasa.
Because I would just cut it up, mix it together, and
Rachel,
just
do you like kielbasa?
Yes.
It's good.
She loves sauerkraut.
That's what they usually put with sauerkraut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love that.
And I feel like you didn't like sauerkraut till like you had it at my house or something, right?
I never really was open to trying it.
Don't love the sauerkraut, but
if you fry it though with a shit ton of butter, and you get like you
get a nice little
burn on there.
I like it when I know that it has the probiotics in it, though.
They say it's really good for gut health.
Which, if you cook it,
I'm sure it's
if
good
you cook
for
it
you.
a lot, then it
goes away.
Anything that tastes like that must be good for you.
Yeah, and you got to use a lot of butter to get that brown on that shit.
But a kielbasa, some baked beans.
Oh, in the baked bean, totally different. Because that's what I'm saying.
No, not in the baked beans. I'm just saying, either way, we're going deep into kielbasa. I really like a snappy kielbasa. You're not a huge fan.
No, but I love his sausage.
You know what goes good with a kielbasa? A pierogi.
Well, now, good thing you moved to Pittsburgh, dude. There's probably a restaurant that you would fall in love with and want to start working there for free meals.
Yeah.
The pierogi and kielbasa. And what do they call it around here? Kilby?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, the way kielbasa is spelled,
there's a term that I used to work with a girl who she's Pittsburgh born, and she called it Kilby, I think. I was like, what are you talking about? She said kielbasa.
Yeah, it's just short for kielbasa.
Yeah, and I was like, just use the word everyone else knows.
But out of all the frozen goods at the supermarket, the back of a bag of frozen pierogies has 6 different techniques to cook them. No other thing.
And all of them are good. There really isn't a bad way to cook a pierogi.
Saute, air fry, cook them in the oven. I don't think you can microwave them.
You probably
Well, you can microwave anything.
Probably could.
Deep fry. Yeah,
what's your fave?
I'm partial to the boiled.
Me too. The older I'm getting, the less I'm liking
We just grew up eating all crunchy.
Yeah.
Cooked over. Some of it was overcooked. So certain foods they don't need to be crunchy.
Because I like to put the butter, sour cream, salt and pepper. Mm-hmm. And it's a little hard because they're a little slippery when they're boiled around the plate with all the juices going on, but you got to cut it in half, and it's a 2-bite pierogi.
They're good in the air fryer too, but it's a real delicate balance between getting hard and having just a little.
Because you want the moisture inside, and there's a quick turnaround from having a nice hard outside and good inside to just I have this like solid,
like a
guggle.
brick. Yeah, but now I'm in the mood for a kibasi.
See,
And a fucking pierogi.
But like a Italian sausage, all day. Anytime I could do an Italian, spicy or sweet.
It has to be good roll though, like we've said.
Yes, and you can't do. Listen, if you're having a cookout,
if you have a white
spend
bread,
the extra $2 and get the bakery sausage rolls. As putting sausage on a hot dog bun is a bad look. It doesn't work. The proportions don't work. It's just a mess.
It pops out. You're right.
If I go somewhere and I see that, I did go. I'm just going to eat the sausage by itself.
You know, we didn't look at what is Cleveland. What is their staple food? Every city has a staple food.
I know one of them is chili served on spaghetti noodles.
Well, that's fucking ridiculous. That can't be it.
I know that's one of the things they do here. I don't know if that's their staple, but that's a Cleveland thing.
Can you look up a Cleveland signature foods?
Look up signature foods by Garen. I know for a fact that is something they do here.
Really?
And I think you can get it at their ballpark. Like that might be something.
That's insane, dude. Chili on noodles.
Now, chili can be a wide variety. So who knows the texture, if there's beans in there or not? Couldn't tell you that.
But the spice aroma of chili just does not seem like it would work with pasta.
It's like a spicy pasta, I think.
Yeah, I used to work with people who it was like instead of rice, instead of cornbread, it was spaghetti noodles.
I was thinking more like a signature
cornbread
or something.
Iconic foods from Cleveland. Slyman's corned beef sandwiches.
Oh yeah, they do a lot of corned beefs around here, I'm pretty sure.
The Parmageddon from Melt Bar.
That seems like a one-off for a restaurant.
A Melt Bar sounds like a place
we need Rachel,
to be.
what is the
sandwich?
Rachel, what is the Parmageddon? Anything parmed, I love.
Is
big old piece of chicken.
Stuffed grilled cheese. It doesn't say what it's stuffed with, but it looks like there's a lot of... it's complete with buttery sautéed onions and potato pierogies?
Wouldn't like it. I don't like when places mix too many things together.
Well, if it's number 2 on the list, it has to be good.
My thing is, though, like when I was younger and I just like a teenager can eat anything, I used to love put some fucking mozzarella sticks on that sandwich. Shove as much in that bread as you can. The older I'm getting, I want more. I want mozzarella sticks as an appetizer, but I don't want it all mixed together.
Yeah, I never had like the mega sandwich.
You'll go somewhere else. The Fat Fest. It's chicken fingers, onion rings, fries,
just give
mozzarella
it to me separately.
Yeah, I don't want that all in one
Plus,
sandwich.
you get sick from some fried foods too.
Yeah, and
so
also
that sandwich would kick your ass.
And I think my autism's getting higher and higher the older I get. Don't let my peas touch my corn.
Well, at least you don't cry when your sandwiches fall apart.
I used to. You're right,
up,
actually.
Man, that shit was crazy.
He basically still does. He throws them.
I get mad on.
Do you yell at your wife when your shit falls apart?
Basically,
no, but no.
Might as well.
You can't be fucking.
I don't yell at her. I yell at the. I go.
Throw it
that
back
fucking
into the
chef.
container.
There's a teenager stoned that didn't care. Listen, shit's getting expensive. If I order a sandwich and I'm excited for that time I ordered the club, don't call it a club if you're going to cook it. And it came and it was basically a grinder on shitty bread.
I do think we made a mistake then, though, because it was
We're
called
on camera.
It
Could
was
you just
called
agree
the
with me
Club
one time?
Grill.
I can't win it.
This is where we get these things out. That's why it's fun to watch,
guys.
Don't take it out on the restaurant because
I'm
it was
kidding,
our
but
mistake.
that did bother. You're right. It did say grill, but we order Grubhub a lot, so I will go to the extent I'll Google images of the food of the restaurant and the accoutrements and how clean it is, and I'll go, okay, I'll order from this restaurant. And then if I order something called the Turkey Club, maybe it did say grill, maybe it didn't. You're probably right. I read the instructions and nothing in there said anything about it being cooked. It just said white toast, ham, turkey, Swiss.
When you break this down, like the difference between the word club and grill.
It said club in there, though.
Yeah, it probably said it's a turkey club grilled or something. Who knows? But
also,
the funny thing is, when you get mad about something like that,
I didn't eat the sandwich.
You fucking are mad the whole night.
Also, certain meats should not be cooked.
I don't know.
And also, what's the first?
I'm not defending the sandwich.
The first definition the first definition of a club. What is like the first thing you think of a club?
Is fucking good bread.
Yeah, but how many layers?
3 layers of bread.
This was just
no. I get you. I'm not defending the sandwich.
Oh yeah, I know I'm ridiculous. But I made a microwave hot pocket that night.
What meat is bad cooked?
I don't. Deli turkey and deli ham should not be cooked.
Whenever I ate meat, I always heated mine up.
Well, that was you, but
and also deli. Okay, I think the word cooked because all deli meats are cooked.
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean,
eaten hot.
Yeah, heated.
You don't like a hot turkey sandwich?
In gravy.
Okay. Well, listen, you're never supposed to cook the bread like twice.
Can I also say there was lettuce and tomato and mayonnaise
and
on
I'm
there.
with you on that. I would have been pissed
So it's
too.
impossible to. It's all the grease is coming, and then you heated up the condiments. What the fuck? And then there's mayo on there, and as soon as you bite into it, and then I go, fuck, this sandwich doesn't taste good. I'm not wasting my time getting myself messy. I'll eat a fucking hot pocket.
I wish I was there.
You're right. I do not.
Because it'll ruin your night.
Here's the thing. When I'm going
shit
to
is
eat,
expensive.
And you're right. There maybe it did say grill, and I
don't blame you for seeing a club and assuming.
And
I don't read instructions. So
I
order
read
the same
the
fucking
things. And there's a picture. That picture did not look anything like the sandwich.
You also have to always factor in if you're getting Grubhub, it's going to be containered, and that heat is going to you're going to get all that condensation inside the box. It's going to make it sloppier and wetter. But
I don't think this sandwich served table side would have been any better, to be honest.
Yeah. Not a sandwich.
And listen, I can.
Where was this from again? Just like a pizza place.
Yeah, not even a pizza place, a tavern place down the road. You know, it's a decent sit-in place. They make good wings. They have prime rib on Fridays. But we wanted to order out. We were being lazy, and I was like, damn, a club sounds so good. A nice cold club.
And it's hard to fuck up at a club unless you grill it. Rachel, can you get me a little bit more background information on the Melt Bar?
Steven's got to take a trip in the morning.
Well, I'm just saying, we might want to go.
What the fuck is a Melt Bar?
It also says that they are famous for pierogies. There's a certain pierogi place here.
We're close enough to Pittsburgh. I'm not surprised on that.
Just a Melt Bar.
But I wouldn't. Would you just go to a pierogi bar?
It's called Polish Village. It's not just pierogies.
Well, when we were driving in here, we noticed that we kind of said that some of the street names and some of the artwork on the buildings, like this might be like
Eastern European.
If you told me like, yeah, this was like a Polish area, I wouldn't. Although I think the buildings would be a little bit better.
So
Polish aren't the brightest, but they're hard workers.
They probably left.
The Melt Bar has become a Cleveland legend. Let's see.
If it has like a sit-down area, we should consider it.
Would you go to a
It's a gourmet grilled cheese restaurant.
If it's a legendary, I mean, we should think about it.
We can put in consideration. My only thing is
because we're not going to go to fucking Fridays or something.
No. But I will be pissed if I show up there and I'm paying $20 for a grilled cheese that has a little sauce on the side of it.
It's legendary. It can't be a fucking shitty.
No, I know, but no. There's like.
They have like jalapeno popper, grilled cheese. Everything's like big, like tall.
That's what you're concerned about. Let's be honest.
I don't like a tall sandwich.
No, you like. My dad is the same way. Like if you're gonna go pay for a meal, you want it to be a big ass.
No. I've changed that because I can't eat as much. My stomach's been messed up. I've actually, and I'm kind of glad. I am going for quality over quantity. I used to totally be that way.
Big ass burrito.
I used to be the whatever I think has the most food for $1. That's what I was getting.
Especially these days.
I don't do that I'm completely opposite.
But we should.
We can throw that in the eco.
Yeah, we should get a hopper going because I don't want to be hungry and be like, we're just gonna go here because we're hungry.
My only thing is, this is a conversation I've wanted to. I don't give a don't put jalapeno poppers on a sandwich. It's gonna be too much.
No, it was a jalapeno popper grilled cheese, so it probably just had little pieces of it.
Okay, see, I can do that, but
yeah, don't
give me a sandwich that's 5 inches tall.
Don't put anything already fried into the sandwich.
That, and also like, this is a half-pound burger. Make it wider. Don't make it taller. It becomes
yeah.
Who am I supposed to eat half the bottom and then work my way to the top?
Me personally, I'll figure it out, but I know what you mean. You'd rather have a wide patty. Plus, it cooks better when it's thinner.
Mm-hmm. Because, I like a little pink.
I don't like a red burger.
No, I don't like red burger, but I still want a little bit of little color in there. And to get it cooked in the center, the outside's going to be dry as fuck.
Sometimes, yeah. Now, if you use those little cup things, they cook burgers on the broiler.
That's why I'll tell you why I've seen these videos. It's a West Coast thing. The smash burger.
They just pound it?
Well, they usually cut up onion into it and smash it down real good. Put cheese, and the cheese almost melts through the meat. That looks good.
That sounds good.
Also, I just want to say Steven's reasoning for wanting to get some restaurants together is the reason that I like to plan a little on vacation.
I'm not anti-plan. Let's just get that on the table. It's just...
But that's my exact... Because you said, you don't want to be hungry and have like a panic decision and then just go somewhere stupid.
A bad choice, especially
when there were restaurants you wanted to go to.
Also,
right.
I know I am too. You will eat a little bit of... You will eat something at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm just... Because when you get hungry, both of you too, you get like panicky. I can deal with hunger. You guys
but I won't miss a meal. I'm going to eat lunch.
No, I know you won't, but because I feel like if you eat a bagel and then, 4 hours later, get a late lunch, you'll be like, I'm just going to skip that. And then we're Ubering around, so we're going to be waiting around. Like, we're not just going to be able to immediately go to the fridge and grab something.
Okay. I don't think I get panicky when I'm hungry. But.
Nah.
I just want to know where we're going to eat beforehand. So
I want
we
to
don't
too.
Get a subpar meal.
I want to too, and I don't want to go like an Applebee's or something.
Right. Plus, how often am I going to come to Cleveland?
But yeah, we'll look into that place. But yeah, if it's just they're just known, because also in a grilled cheese, I don't want a thick ass piece of bread.
You're fucking we'll have to find the perfect sandwich.
No, I'll go. No, but because I've had artisan grilled cheese that I was excited for, and they give you like a piece, like each. It's like Italian bread that thick. I
promise you that they have like a chicken parm style grilled cheese sandwich.
And they've got to be famous for a reason, right?
So you guys want to go there? I'll go there. I probably will just go classic grilled cheese, and if they have a side of fucking tomato soup, I'll be happy as motherfucker.
They probably have a banging tomato soup.
That's what I'm saying. But don't put a pierogi on my.
No. I don't want something that's breaded in my sandwich. That's a good rule, right?
There's one exception.
What's that?
Red Robin mozzarella. I think it was called the Parm.
It's the mozzarella patty.
It was perfect. It wasn't too much, wasn't too little, just enough.
That's also made to put on a sandwich.
Yeah, that was designed for them, and the perfect amount of cheese and not too much red sauce. Also, I don't like when things over sauce too much.
No, that
put some sauce in there and give me the side of sauce.
Yeah,
let me
totally agree. Because I had that sandwich once and it was banging. I had once where it was a shit show.
Yeah, don't be. Some people love sauce. I had a friend, Sean Tex, shout out, buddy. Dude, we go to fucking Subway. I was embarrassed to go to Subway with him. He would get a meatball parm. I'm not shitting you. Rachel can back this up. He would go give me ketchup, mayo, mustard. Dude, he would put 5 sauces on top of the marinara. He's just like, I love sauces. Dude, he would eat a wet sandwich.
That's a travesty.
It was nuts. You couldn't even, I think they would double wrap it for him. It was nuts.
That is nuts.
And in college, Subway's like, hey, I got a couple bucks. I can get a decent meal tonight. Let's go to Subway.
I wonder how much a fucking Subway footlong is these days. Probably like $15.
Like, not that much, but close to it. I think when me and Rachel went, we both got actually, Rachel might even got a half. It was like $25. I mean, with chips and a drink.
Dude, when you go to Subway, you have to get a cookie if you're.
Their cookies are better. I don't.
I'm getting a cookie every time.
I know you, because I think they do 3 cookies for $5 there, if I remember correctly, something like that.
They did.
Check out our bonus segment, Smoke Break, only on Patreon.
Welcome back after
a couple slices of pizza. Yeah.
Guys, sorry there wasn't a smoke break for the Patreon on this one. It's been a bit of a crazy smoke break.
We'll have some other content
we got
in place.
Plenty of other stuff.
Should have been mic'd up when he went into Pizza Hut.
Oh, my God. We've already revisited. I'm just now getting down from my adrenaline high.
Tell us about it.
So, smoke break, we go, okay, let's order pizzas. We just got here tonight. Figured, we'll get in, order pizzas.
And it was like, what, 8:15?
Yeah.
Not late.
Not even 8 o'clock.
Where we come from, that's like prime pizza ordering.
Especially on a Sunday, you know.
Delivery is like, yeah, it goes to like 10 o'clock at least.
So I'm wondering, why the hell can't we get delivery? We're DoorDash, Grubhub, checking all the local places. They don't deliver past 7 or even open past 7. So our only option is, all right, well then we'll do Pizza Hut, but we got to pick it up.
Carry out.
10 minutes away, totally fine. That's perfect.
Not perfect.
Not perfect, but
we can deal. We're hungry.
We had to.
Yeah, we did.
Because all we have is queso and bagels.
Right.
So we needed something. Me and Rachel go and pick up the pizza.
I dog sat.
He doggy satted.
Didn't think it was going to be much of a trip, so I said, fuck it, I'm just going to stay
here.
Well,
you know what? I do want to use this in my defense of...
Yeah, you definitely win this night on the argument from earlier.
You don't want to go exploring around
Not here, apparently
There's a reason this was a very affordable Airbnb. This house is nice and cool and unique and has spots to it. Jesus Christ, is this area. We didn't grow up in Philly, but we spent quite a bit. We'd go to ball games, concerts. Yeah. I never once had fear on things. I'll go to a convenience store anywhere. Yeah, I thought.
Shit. I mean, I walked around fucking Northeast Philly by Temple on acid, and it was totally cool.
Yeah, we did sketchy stuff in Philly. Philly's rough and tumbling, you know. You keep your head on a area, you'll be okay.
We also knew what neighborhoods not to go to in Philly.
True.
Apparently here we might be staying in one of those neighborhoods.
I think we are. So this was a 10-minute drive, and every half a mile we went, I went, holy shit, this place is
deserted, right?
Yeah, because I think what it is this was a booming area probably 30, 40, 50 years ago. Now, half the buildings, more than half of them, houses included, are shut down. Boarded windows, gigantic factories.
Yeah.
You know, and also, not to rehash this, but I have to for the podcast. Rachel's driving, and I'm pointing things out, and she is just going, you don't know what you're talking about. Every light pole has these blue lights at the top of them flashing, and I know that means that they're literally giving off warnings. There's cameras here, and that's to help with crime prevention. Like, hey, if you do something, you're on camera.
Don't commit a rape here.
Every gas station, I'm talking like hundreds of floodlights. Like this, it lit up more than the fucking daytime.
It's like a post-apocalyptic kind of scenario.
Seriously, yeah. Like, listen, it's super lit up here. You will be seen if you do a crime here. And I'm telling Rachel, she goes, no, I don't know. You're just assuming that place is closed. And I'm like, Rachel, the sign is ripped off the wall. There's wood on the windows.
If there's wood on the windows, it's not in use. Except for maybe by homeless drug addicts.
And Rachel, just her, optimism goes, well, maybe it's just extra protection. I go,
was there a hurricane?
And also, this gigantic warehouse would have one security guard there. The fences it's completely fenced around with fucking barbed wire on there. I'm like, this place is condemned and closed because there's nothing else besides crime happening around here and the few people trying to live around here. Mm-hmm. And she didn't believe me on the blue light. She goes, well, there was an ambulance. I go, these lights are happening all the time.
I honestly would have been on her side on that one. I had never seen...
That is a legitimate
I've
thought.
never
We
seen
just
these.
saw an ambulance.
But not on every telephone pole.
It was the timing of it, because we just had to move out of the way for an ambulance,
But
and then we were seeing the blue
I've
lights.
seen them before the ambulance, and even when I said that, you were like, I don't know. Sometimes you just make things up. And I was like, why would I make this up?
We're in a new area. All of us are not familiar with, areas like this. Let's get forward in the story.
Okay.
Let's get forward in the story, because you got accosted first by a homeless woman.
So we pull up into a shopping center.
Like a strip mall.
A strip mall, if you will. There's 2 businesses that are operating out of it. Everything else there's not signs, no lights, no nothing. It's the Pizza Hut, and I even forget what the other thing was.
It was like a Boost Mobile.
Yeah, so there you go. Another
Sounds
symbol.
about right.
Once again, let's go back. I know the signs. You were like, I don't know what you're talking about. I kind of have a sign.
I never said it was a good area.
But regardless, so we go to pick up this pizza, and even before we leave, before I get these warning signs, just seeing some of the houses around here, I go, I'm gonna go in and get the pizza. I'm not gonna I'd be a bad husband to let my wife get out of here. When we pull up, I said, pull up right in front of this pizza place. As soon as I get out here, lock the doors. I'm already getting those signals. As soon as I get out the door, a presumably homeless woman starts to accost me, and all I heard was, Simon, help the homeless. And I have a bad habit of communicating with people I shouldn't, kind of.
Right. So
I've been knowing that and working on that. So I didn't even make eye contact with her and just kept walking. And the last thing I hear, which her little setup is right next to where her truck is parked. She goes, oh, it's like that. And I didn't even turn around and say nothing. I go, all right, I'm in the pizza shop. It's going to be okay. The dude in front of me, it starts off by, I'll say this, aggressive talking between him and Bulletproof Glass.
Which is, when you go to a pizza place, I've been to a lot of pizza places. I've been in New York City pizza places. I've been in Philly pizza. I've never been to a pizza place with bulletproof glass surrounding the entire counter.
I even did a double check of, is this pandemic just plexiglass? No. This is bulletproof glass. And so it's getting a little louder. So I just step back. It's not a big space. It's not a Pizza Hut where this is not a sit. This is the first time there was no sitting area in there.
Yeah, this was just the counter.
Yeah, this was a counter.
Sirens in the background as we speak in a residential neighborhood. Anyway.
Yeah.
We're not exaggerating. I don't want people to think we're like some fucking dopey white kids who've just never been out of Langhorne.
I've been put myself in very sketchy situations. Regardless. So I'm in here, and even the loud conversation, I'm like, okay, and not to judge or any type of prejudication. It was
Prejudication.
Whatever the word is.
Prejudice.
Prejudication might be a word.
It's definitely not.
No, okay. It should be. It's good. It's good definition. But all the workers are black. And the manager, who I learned this was a manager because she was dealing with the problem, was a black woman in her mid-40s-ish, I would say. And the customer who was having a problem, mid-40s black man. They're arguing a little bit. Once again, it's through a little tiny window.
It's hard to argue like that.
Yeah, so they're doing this to yell at each other. It escalates to the point where he has a box of pasta of some sorts. I don't know what the problem was, but all I hear he goes, I'm not the Postmates. I'm here to pick it up. I just ordered through Postmates. And that's all he kind of keeps saying. And in this argument, takes the box of pasta and throws it through the window. And at this point, I got nervous. I was like, I've never seen that action. Well, first of all, you have it in your hand. You might at least be able to get out of here with some free pasta.
Yeah, I mean.
So at this point,
what's Postmates?
I think he meant DoorDash, but Postmates is
it's like DoorDash,
very
Grubhub.
similar. Yeah, it's usually a little bit more expensive.
Okay, I don't know if maybe he thought you just order through there and then go pick it up. Like,
that's the thing. I
think you might have run a pretty clever game.
By the end of it, I'll say to give you at the end of it, he got a free. He already had cheesy sticks in the car, which he said multiple times, and they were just like, okay, fine, we'll make you a pizza. But through this was a serious argument where he starts slapping on the glass, and it's just me and him in the customer waiting area. I literally got my adrenaline kicked in. I unknowingly tied my gym shorts because I was like, I might have to run out of here or like protect myself. This was getting fucking intense. And the thing that set me off even a little bit more was there was a guy right next to the counter, a worker behind the glass, just doing a word search.
Just chilling.
Didn't even pick his head up. And so I'm thinking, this shit happens here a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
For
definitely,
this,
that's exactly
and this
what that
was
means.
like a in shape teenage 20-year-old man. Like he looked like he could hold himself, and maybe he is just there for if someone tries to get back behind that glass. But to him, that word search was the most important thing happening.
Yeah. That guy might show up once a week. We don't know.
Well, he ended up winning after throwing. I literally grabbed my pizza boxes through the window around fucking spilled spaghetti. Of spilled pasta.
And the manager lady was totally calm after that.
No one. She was crazy calm. Like she was raising her voice, but like crazy calm through the whole thing.
She gets it a lot.
Yeah, so I hope she gets paid a lot. But yeah, so that's happening, and like the whole, like most storefronts, the front, another siren in the background. Jesus Christ.
That's close.
Yeah, you can see the lights right there. Holy fuck.
I'm just going to sit out front and watch, I think, after this.
Watch the windows. I had my back against, and I'm looking.
You're like, it's one of those things where you're trying to hide where there's nowhere to hide almost.
I'm trying to hide, but I'm like, dude, this might be, like, I'm thinking, like, this is a setup. Something's about to happen. I'm peeking through to make sure nothing's fucking happening with Rachel in the truck. And, like, watching my back. I'm waiting for 10 dudes to roll in here or something. Like, why is this? It seems so benign of a problem for this guy. And he did a thing where he squared up. And looking back, I'm like, what are you squaring up with?
Yeah.
You gonna break through this glass?
What that means is he was angry enough for that was just his. You know how like.
That's why I was scared, because I was like, this is all too natural.
Yeah.
This isn't someone just losing their head one time.
Yeah.
This is like a thing this guy does weekly. And then he'll talk about this all week. And then do it again next Sunday to have something else to talk about.
It's not what you expect going to a Pizza Hut.
Oh, I did not realize
if we would have known that was like the Pizza Hut we were going to, we probably would have just.
If you told me that was going to happen to me, I'd go, guys.
Well, no, not even that was going to happen. Just that it was a fucking not even a Pizza Hut, but just a counter.
If you gave me a square footage area like a Google Maps before we went, I go, guys, we're not getting pizza from here.
Yeah.
Everything about it. The drive there, I go, holy shit, this area is not great.
Yeah.
It's getting worse and worse. And then we pull into this thing. I was like, there's no businesses besides a Pizza Hut in this gigantic center. It's all dark. And the only two cars in the place are directly in front of the Pizza Hut. Not in the parking spots. And I'm like, oh, maybe the guy's a delivery going, you know. And when I got in there, I go, this is not a place for me to be in.
Right.
And I postured up. I'm like I blowfished. I was like, make yourself big so no one. And I literally was like, kind of like squeezing my hands. Like I was like, make people know that you're not something to just be pushed around.
That you're not going to get robbed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is
I literally thought I have one $20 bill in my wallet right now. I had a slight thing. I was like, pull this out and put it in your pocket, because if something happens and someone tries to rob you, just throw them the 20. But that's all I got, dude.
Yeah. But we've been to 2 businesses since we got here, and we both got confronted by homeless people before we got in.
That was a kind of a saving grace, because this has just happened. She hands me the pizza like nothing just happened.
Right.
And I gave her a $5 tip. I shouldn't even have tipped, but I was like, oh, you guys have a hard day.
Wait, wow. Did you pay?
Yeah, I had to sign a form.
Oh, okay.
And I put a $5 tip on there. And stuff.
Okay.
I didn't like that it was red ink.
You didn't separately
We
pay.
should actually, thinking about it, it was a form that I had to
like a receipt, like you get at a bar where you add the tip
Did you give them your card over the phone?
I paid online, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I had it said the total and was a tip line.
Okay, I thought you were like paying.
But I did grab that second slip. I was like, this is coming with me. Yeah. I also, thinking about it, it was red ink. Check our credit card statement. That if there's a place that's going to add a $500 tip on there, that's the place that's going to do it.
Why is red ink like?
Yeah, because it's easy to cover up.
Okay. Yeah,
so they can just take a black.
Yeah.
And they might have seen me be like, easy mark, here's the red.
They're not even going to check.
So yeah, actually, after this trip, we're going to look at all our shit.
And you may have gotten a ticket.
Yep. So, walking out of there, the homeless lady was chasing a dude down. I think he might have said something. She was not. I don't know what that situation. I was like, Rachel, get us the fuck out of here.
It's pitch black in this parking lot.
Yeah, right? And they were like, she was chasing where we have to exit out with the car. I was like, Rachel, do not make eye contact. Take your first availability to get the fuck out of here. And the way back, I'm all hyped up, and I'm telling Rachel this, and yeah, we might have gotten the fucking automatic because Rachel went through a little bit of red light, just a little bit. And we might have gotten.
I was nervous. I wanted to get home.
Listen, at that point, I did too.
That's intense. So, I mean, that pretty much settles that this is not a place to investigate or explore at all.
I explored for you. I think I found the story, and you don't want to live one of these.
I'm really shocked. I'm really surprised that we're this close to downtown Cleveland, and it's like this.
Yeah, man. It was...
Because you hear about, like, Detroit, and I never really heard anything about Cleveland being, like, super... just abandoned.
It literally was, like, a fucking music video. Driving, it's building up. I'm like, oh, this can't be this bad. I'm waiting to turn onto a main road. Okay, this is the Broadway.
You're not seeing those CVS's.
No.
Even in, like, the shitty parts of Philly... they're still like Rite Aids.
7-Eleven, none of that. I didn't see one. Even the convenience stores were all. I didn't know the names of them.
Yeah, they're all local. Like
because those motherfuckers have. 7-Eleven's not putting places.
Nobody
around
wants
here.
to open a franchise. That's crazy. That's a bad. If you can't get a 7-Eleven to move in.
I didn't see one of them. Didn't see a CVS. None of those.
Yeah, it would have been funny if you saw the same homeless lady I did.
Well, that's the thing, too. She was kind of well-dressed. I think this lady was just... And behind it was this weird apartment complex. I can't even describe it. Everything was different colors. Like, they fucking just went and, like, whatever paint cans we can get for free, paint the back of this wall.
It's funny. Like, it makes me think Mom, like, used to... because she got really into Kensington videos.
The soft, wet underbelly.
There was a few times where she, like... was trying to like get me to take her to drive through Kensington.
She asked me, she was like, in your truck, the one time I was coming home, she goes, bring your gun. I go, why? She goes, I know it's unsafe, but I really want to go down New Kensington. I was like, no. Mm-hmm. One, in my truck, it's a mark. It's a decent looking vehicle. And then what the fuck am I going to do with a gun? Just get myself arrested?
I was going to say, you don't really have to worry about the drug dealers, but you probably get pulled over down there.
And I'm like, she was like, I want to hand out waters. I was like, that is how they realize, oh, that person's got something.
Her heart was in the right place.
Her heart was in the right place. And because she was watching videos of dudes that grew up and knew the people around there and shit, she's like, I can do that. I want to be nice and help. I'm like, how about we go find a homeless person around here and buy a meal?
Yeah, there's people that need help right here. Yeah, right. But so that was...
a story, man. That's gonna stick with me for a while. I think, dude. I got out of there. Seriously, my adrenaline is just going down a couple minutes ago. And
that was 10 minutes away. We've got a whole lot more traveling to do. I'm hoping that nothing else pops off, but at least we'll be able to tell the people about it.
Dude, that was like, now I'm kind of like not glad. I like I said. If you told me now, I'd be like, we're eating bagels for dinner, dude. I ain't going to go do that.
Yeah. It sucks too. Now I know, like, if I want like a sandwich, like a hoagie or something, like there are options here.
Yeah, we've got to go like when we're at the Hall
We
of
probably
Fame.
should have got some lunch meat.
It's good to know, but like that's what we were coming up here when I was saying like we'll just go get stuff while we're there. I had no idea it was like there ain't nowhere to go.
This ain't Salem, Massachusetts.
Yeah,
like when we were there, you could walk around there and get some buildings. But dude,
I'm gonna look actually like what the closest grocery store here is. Now I'm just
It
curious.
was advertised that it was really close to one. We'll have to look just to see.
Well, there is the one. It was
The one was
Bob's.
Dave's.
Yeah, that's not a grocery store. Places will call themselves a grocery store, but it's really like a bodega.
And once again, daytime. For now on, anything we do past hours will be in this house or in the backyard.
You know what? It's fucked up now that I'm saying it. This is what they describe as food deserts.
This is.
Like, you can't get nutritious food for people. And
Bro,
like,
if I was craving an apple, I don't think.
Yeah.
Right now, well, fine, go back out. Shit, even during the what we drove past, I guarantee those 3 gas stations don't have a piece of fresh fruit in there.
This is the top grocery store that came up when I searched.
Yeah, there's no
signage and nothing.
It's
Look
probably
at that.
closed. That's what I'm saying, dude. This place is
Well, it's weird though because within 10 minutes, there's this like bigger grocery store, a Walgreens.
Oh, there is a Walgreens?
Yes, but that's you probably just literally have to get on the highway and go straight to the city.
No, it's the other direction.
Needless to say, I think this qualifies as a food desert.
I think.
No, yeah. Within.
I think
if
we
you
go to
don't
the-
drive, you can't get.
We go to the city and we come right back here. Because now I'm thinking, you know what's I bet will be a story?
What?
One of the few Ubers we're going to have to get is going to be in a car with a dude that we're all going to be like, what the fuck just happened?
Well, we don't have to Uber. But, I mean, you can't just Uber in any car, so.
Well, let me ask you this. All of my gut decisions and thinking, don't you think I have a bit of a good radar of if we should drive or Uber or something?
Yeah, but your gut's telling you we're going to get a fucked up Uber.
I'd rather that than leave my car or spend the arm and a leg in a parking lot or something. And also, or just leave my car on a shitty street somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, the closest grocery store is 5 miles away, Giant Eagle.
That's a rough Giant Eagle, I bet. I bet they got their baby formula locked up.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. If you're afraid to take your truck somewhere weird, why are you comfortable having it parked here?
Yeah, I would think it might be safer to leave it at the Hall of Fame.
This is sketchy or fucking anywhere you're going to park it.
Yeah, I guess just because it's in a drive. I'm just saying, the least I have to move this car around, the better I feel.
You don't even drive. Rachel drives.
It's not the driving. You're right. Maybe you're all right on that aspect, but I don't know. I like Ubering places because I like being dropped off the front of the place. I mean, and if I fucking have to park 2 miles away for this, I'm going to be bent. We went there, and we didn't look last time, but
Okay.
the fact that here's the thing. We don't want to be going any more extra places than we do. I think you want to be I think you want to drive so we can stop and get a coffee and do your exploring or whatever.
No,
I'm not interested in any of that.
No,
now.
I seriously this seemed like it might be the craziest place to leave your truck when no one's here. As opposed to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I can't imagine it being dangerous, but it's your call. But I don't care about getting in an Uber.
Well, me neither. I already said I'm not sitting up front.
Well, since you're demanding an Uber, you should have to sit up front.
I already called dibs. I already called dibs. We can't be. You can't. You were like, I'll sit up front. I want to.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me I was going to be driving with Big Jerry.
I'll tell you what, though. We might get an Uber ride where a guy will be like, "Hey, y'all, you shouldn't be going down these streets." Also, too, I just hate navigating new cities.
I will say, maybe you are right because it says, "Where should I park?" Various paid meters and parking lots are available around the museum.
Can we just stop questioning me? You're like my old group of friends in high school. They'd always go, Jimmy, and I ended up always being right.
You're not always right. You're not.
Yes, I am. Dude, I am right in these type of situations and stuff way more than I'm wrong. Okay. I'm right now. I'm right before. I'm right in this area. Come on, man. I'm fucking batting 1,000 on this trip right now.
Okay.
And you don't want me to be right.
No, I just think you're a bitch, kind of.
A bitch?
You're scared of a lot of stuff.
You're afraid I have things to lose. I can't. I have a wife. I can't take unmitigated risk. You lived your life that way. Has it not proven you've done dumb decisions and proven things wrong?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, I don't want to do unmitigated risks. Okay. You love them for some reason. I don't know why. You love taking risks.
You're really defensive right now. Let's end the podcast.
I'm
super defensive right now.
No, I'm right. I am defensive because when you're right, you're right. And she just proved me right there.
Well, I didn't know there was no parking lot. If you'd park on the street.
I would have previously bet you $100 that they had their own parking lot.
Yeah, isn't it a big place? That's crazy. They don't have a parking lot.
I'm observative. When we were there, I took in the scenery. I was like, this fucking building's awesome. And I was like, because it's a weird loop that when you pull in that meant for Uber drivers. And I was like, I don't see a parking structure and I don't see a parking place.
That's weird. I've never been to a museum without a parking lot.
Because I'm right. But you know what, Steven? You'll be all right. Even though you're wrong and I'm right, you're going to be all right.
Okay.
You be aight.
I'm not defensive.
I'll be aight.
I'm correct.
You be aight, too.
I know I'm be all right because I'm right on things.
Your fucking color of your face says you'll be aight.
This lighting does probably make my red pop a little bit more. I'm 2 drinks in, and I just went through an experience, okay? We're not, you know what? You're not being, what's the word they use for the transgender? You're not being inclusive to me.
I'm not including you enough. I kind of wish that we were mic'd up for that trip.
All you would have heard is, oh, shit.
It would have just been heavy
I literally
breathing.
was fumbling in my pockets to try and not take my wallet out and see if I can get the 20 out.
Yeah, that probably made you
look I've heard,
sketchier, though, like with your hand in your pocket.
Dude, I was the least sketchiest thing in there.
I mean, I would have probably been like, damn.
I gotta say, that fucking girl, the manager, she should be working in like a crisis hotline center.
It's sad, really, that you work at a Pizza Hut and you got to deal with that bullshit.
Maybe she kind of like, or the dude doing the crossword puzzle. That guy has something that I do wish I have. This ain't my fucking problem.
Yeah. Well, like, dude, when I went to that convenience store, it was like they were like having a good time in there. Everybody knew each other.
Well, and then I didn't mention, I told you earlier, there was the one guy who he probably was the most athletic. He was like 6'4". He came out when it was kind of like right after the pasta got thrown. He kind of came out and just faked broomed. And I think he was like, if something was going to go on, he was about to tackle him or something.
That should not happen at a Pizza Hut. Or any store for that.
I got to say, I wish I don't want to be there, but I wish I had a camera to see if that guy just got his pizza and they were like, all right, see you later.
Worked again.
I swear, this is going to sound bad and not to generalize or whatever, but I feel like that dude had $20 in his pocket that his wife gave him and he's got to feed the family and he fucking spent on lottery tickets or something. He goes, I got to bring food home. And he goes, I know once I can get some food.
I hope not. But you might be right. Shit. I just know this. When there's this lack of chains and franchises, these things happen a lot. Because eventually, like apparently, like Walgreens and shit is moving out of like San Francisco and LA because they're just like it's too much stealing and bullshit.
Like the plastic covers on the Sudafed are getting. They learn tricks to open those up.
It's not worth it. Which those are real cities. But that's crazy. But I can see why, like, why didn't we pass a 7-Eleven on the way here?
You know, it's funny, when we were leaving here, I was like, I should fucking make Steven go. And
I said if we would have went, I would have been like, you know, me, I would be like, I'll go in. Give me the card or whatever. I'll go in. Good thing someone had to watch the dogs.
I will say I feel a little proud of myself. I postured up. Like I was like, I felt young for a quick second.
It's all instinct, right?
I was like, I literally like bent my knees a little bit with my back against the wall. And had the instinct, I was like, maybe I'll grab that 20 just in case something goes. I was like, you know what? It was a nice little, nothing happened, but like it was a nice little exhibition game, if you will.
A little adrenaline burst. Yeah, you don't get a lot of those in day-to-day life.
No, and it's sometimes it's, you know what?
That's why people like to jump off buildings and shit.
I got my adrenaline
I don't need all that.
Tomorrow's gonna be real nice at the museum when I'm calm. Oh, that's a nice comfy seat. I'm gonna sit there.
Yeah, like I'm like thinking like, why is the fucking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame here?
That's what I was thinking. Now it's crazy. We're 10 minutes away. It is fucking. They got nice buildings. Their ballpark's real nice looking there, and the roads. You know, it is nice looking, and it's like.
Yeah, man, that people must come from like a half hour away for most of this stuff. Because I was thinking to myself, like, if I was here with like a significant other, something, I would have been like, we're going to Cleveland Guardians game while we're there. Going to other ballparks is sweet. Mm-hmm. Now I'm like, I don't fucking know what I want to do around here.
I feel good. Yeah, at least in the Eagles game, it's like they might fight me, but it's just because I'm an outsider. Here, I don't think anyone likes anybody.
I like to think that we're seriously just in a...
I'm still saying that we're just in a...
very specific
bad
area.
spot.
Yes, but we thought we were in a bad spot 10 miles away from here.
I'm curious to actually see how close it is. I don't know.
Once again, last podcast I said that and you're like, we're like 10 miles away.
I don't know.
I'm curious to see what the place is like during a day.
Yeah.
On a weekday.
It is a Sunday night. I will say that.
But Sunday nights don't make the buildings fall apart and close.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Like, if these buildings are up and running, put signage on it.
Now, this immediate area, look, if there's no Subways are everywhere. If there's no 7-Elevens, 7-Elevens are everywhere. We might be in a very concentrated...
I guarantee Walmart has gone, hey, that's a demographic that we could really use it. They're going to steal more than we can afford.
Yeah, dude, I didn't even see a Walmart. I didn't see shit. Yeah. I saw Giant Eagle.
And that was, 5 miles away?
Almost 6 miles away.
6 miles can be a long time. That could be down the highway.
I know.
Yeah, but that is the podcast for you guys. It's a little different one. We're going to try and do a podcast every night because we do have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame tomorrow.
We got stories to tell.
Got the Football Hall of Fame. Really hoping I don't got any more Domino's or Pizza Hut stories to tell, but if we do, we'll get them.
We have to plan. Now I'm on team plan for anything we need while we're here. We need to plan a stop, not just, we'll get something on the way. Because if you can't go to a Pizza Hut safely,
dude,
that's just crazy.
I might have been a couple minutes away from like Rachel calling, being like, he's getting taken to and I don't want to go to the hospital around here. It's not going to be great.
Yeah, shit.
But that also, Rachel, you got a little something special you're planning and putting out. You want to talk about your short story thing?
Yeah, follow us on TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram. I'm starting to post our shorts, and we're going to be playing some little games like Would You Rather, and it will be lots of fun.
We have a lot of fun doing them, and we're going to get a bunch of random people to do it. It's going to be fun shorts, just real quick, 30, 60 seconds to enjoy it. But
always improving.
We are, seriously, we're fucking grinding. We hauled all this equipment here. We picked the best angle.
Because we know we're going to be all right.
We're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. I'm Gene Labordi, my co-host, my brother, Steven Labordi. And Rachel really doing a lot of work and really fucking digging the dirt for us is my beautiful wife, Rachel Labordi. You Be Aight, and stay tuned for more. There's going to be a lot of content we're putting out. Thank you, Cleveland.